So once you're actually in Gamma, it is really intuitive. So I think we're going to spend some time talking about how you can build your own custom theme so it fits your brand. On the left-hand side, I'm going to go to themes. Currently have 3 themes created. I'm going to go ahead and create a new theme. I'm going to walk you through what that looks like so that you can see how you can build your own theme. And when I say theme, I mean that if I select that theme, my entire presentation is built with that color scheme, with that font style. So I don't have to, if I like a certain look, I don't have to go back and recreate it every time. So I'm going to just go here and create a new theme, and I'm going to build a theme. You could upload your PowerPoint or Google Slides and it'll match your brand template. This is in beta. I've not used it. I might play with that, but I'm just going to go ahead and build my own theme from here. Now, on the left-hand side are your colors, your dashboards, what you want it to look like. And then on the right-hand side, you can see that it's going to be a preview. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to customize my colors. This is where you get to completely choose what you want your presentation to look like in terms of colors, fonts, that sort of thing. So I currently have 2 colors that I'm working with for a new Google site that I'm creating called Come Curious, Leave Inspired. And so let me grab those hex codes. So I know that I want my primary colors to be this green color that I've been using here lately. So I'm going to change this hex code. Right here you can see that by default it's hex. You can also use RGB and HSL. I use hex codes all the time in my presentations. I like everything to match and be on brand. So this is the color that I'm going to go with. That's my primary color. I could choose to have it be a gradient if I wanted to, but I don't. I just want it to be a solid green. You're just literally going to walk through the wizard. What do you want your heading colors to look like? And heading colors, so right now this would be a heading, right? And as I'm working on the left-hand side, it's changing on the right-hand side. So if I want my heading colors to stay black, that's what I'm going to do. For my body color, not that I would do this, but I just want you to see what it's going to look like on the right-hand side. I'm going to pop in my other hex code. And you can see exactly what it's going to look like here, right? So I'm going to keep this black though. Okay, so that's going to stay black. And then accessibility, adjust the colors for contrast. Yes, just keep that checked. Card background color. What color do you want the background of your card to be? You can do that as well. So if I were going to choose that orange that I had earlier, right? So now this is what it looks like. I've got my background is orange, and maybe now that I have that, I want my headings to always be in white. Right? So now this is what my page is going to look like. It's always going to have that primary accent color be green. It's going to have the heading color always be white. The body, the text in the body is always going to be black. The background color of the card is always going to be this orange. So you decide the colors. Now once you have your colors, you're going to go down here and you're going to select your fonts. What are the fonts that you like? Again, you can customize them, and it's telling you right now that by default the headings are Inter, which is the Gamma default, and they're bolded, but maybe you want it to be Alexandria, bolded, color stays there. You can go to some advanced customization. If that's what you want to do, go for it. And the body is also by default, but maybe you want it to be a bit thinner. Maybe you want it to be thicker. However it is that you want it to look, you're going to change it here. You can also change the line height. So currently line height for my font, so from here to here, think of spacing. You could also choose spacing in between your letters. You can change that there. And then once you have everything looking the way you want it to look, you're going to go to design. You can also customize those. You can choose here though. Here are some curated ones. So standard, which has the rounded edges. You can do flat. You can do outline. So now it's orange with a green outline. You can do blocky if you wanted to. You can do capsule. So you decide what you want it to look like. You can do glass, or you can customize it, right? So from here you can choose the roundness, the card shadow, the border, the color of the border, lots and lots of options. And then you're going to go to your logo. So if you have a logo, you can upload it here. And it's going to pop your logo right in there. And you can see it's right down here now on the right hand side, but in the bottom left. So you can see what that looks like. I am going to go ahead and change this back because that orange is a bit too much for my taste. And that's the nice thing, that you can always see what it's going to look like, right? So maybe I decide now that I'm going to have this white, I do want that orange in there, but I want my heading color to be that orange. I think that's going to look good. And the nice thing about this is once you create it, you don't like it, go back and change it. Okay, now, yep, that looks good to me. And then I've got my logo in there. I'm going to name this. This is going to be my So you can create lots and lots of themes and then just use those themes so that you have them handy for next time. So that is how to create a custom theme in Gamma.